When you step inside the historic Brainerd Church in Sybertsville, Pennsylvania, it's like taking a time machine back to the 1800s. Built in the days of no electricity, candle holders line these wooden pews to light this beautifully preserved brick structure when it was and still is in use.
The Brainerd Church started out as an offshoot of the Presbyterian Church in Beaver Meadows. The people in the valley decided they wanted to build their own church. In 1853, the church was opened. We have adjoining the church a cemetery. We have 2 Civil War veterans that are buried in our cemetery. This one-room schoolhouse, which is called Cedar Head Schoolhouse, was once over on Cedar Head Road.
Carolyn Tobias is a member of the Church Association's Board of Directors. She's worried that while the church has withstood the test of time, she's now uncertain as to whether or not it can withstand today's hectic times.
I am really starting to get petrified is the word. I'm not getting any younger. We have other people that are my age. We have 7 working people on our committee. That's it.
Her concern is magnified by the fact that the church's annual fundraiser is just days away. The annual historic Brainerd Church Fall Festival is set for Sunday, October 7th on the grounds here in Sybertsville.
We need help to maintain the booths. We need help to set up. We need help to tear down. So if anybody can give us some time, we're here Saturday morning, the day before the festival, which is the 6th, usually around 9:30, 10. Sunday morning, the festival starts at 10, and we're finished by 3:30.
Sharing Carolyn's concern is her son-in-law, Dwayne Hildebrand. Dwayne is president of the association's board of directors. He loves history and has dedicated 35 years to maintaining this church and the adjacent one-room schoolhouse.
This is the only remaining unaltered one-room schoolhouse in the valley. There's 5 or 6 other ones that have been turned into houses over the years. Some of them have been torn down. This is the only one that remains unaltered.
How difficult is it keeping this going right now?
It's not easy. There's so few of us anymore that are given any kind of time to the maintenance, the upkeep, the festival, trying to keep some money in the treasury so we can keep the upkeep going.
While in the midst of our conversation, we were pleasantly surprised when 2 visitors who also shared a love of the past just happened by for a peek inside. Marianne Lawn of drums and her friend Frank Morgan, who was visiting from Atlanta, Georgia, stopped by to relive days gone by.
I love history, and I'm in love with Little House on the Prairie, and this just reminds me of this in a time when life was simple and people valued education. And we may not have had computers and high technology, but I look at these little practical spelling tablets on the desk and realize how much was learned from these farmers out in the fields and how they valued education.
From the outside, I thought, oh, it might just be a relic. It might be something that used to exist, but it seems like I could picture kids back in, oh my goodness, early 1900s, maybe the late 1800s, actually coming to this building where we are now and studying and learning.
After learning of the dire need for help, Marianne was inspired.
We've all become so focused on the financial gains of everything we do that oftentimes we forget that volunteerism is the backbone of this country and of our little communities. And so each of us has to do our very best to help places like this remain alive so that our children and our grandchildren can come here.
While Marianne and Frank's visit was unexpected, Carolyn wants the community to know that you can schedule a visit. The church and school are available for tours and special events.
They will be bringing 2 busloads, 2 different days from Valley Elementary, and I'm so thrilled that the kids are going to come over here. And the fun part about it is they bring their lunches and blankets, and they eat their lunch right outside of the school and spend the day looking around, a good part of the afternoon as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having the kids come back. For a while they didn't, but now they're coming back again, which is a good thing.
The church is also available for wedding ceremonies, vow renewals, and memorial services. And there are 2 special events that are held here each and every year for the entire community.
We do have 2 services here a year, Thanksgiving Eve, which is fantastic because we have no electricity in the church. So everything's done by candlelight. We have a pump organ, so we do have music. It truly is stepping into Little House of the Prairie when you go into the church. Easter dawn is at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's a beautiful service because the sunrise is coming in through the windows at that time.
How devastating would it be if a piece of history like this is not preserved?
I can't even imagine. I can't. I mean, this is such a wonderful piece of history for our valley. If the doors close, that piece is gone.
While the upkeep and preservation of this church and schoolhouse is an ongoing concern, it is the upcoming festival that provides all the income to keep these buildings going.
The festival is going to this year have food, which is wonderful, homemade baked goods, fantastic. Mr. Brett Mowry and his group of guys will be playing. We always have bales of hay out in the lawn so that people can sit and listen to them singing. We have attic treasures. There will be all kind of other things. There will be fainting goats here, which should be fun, and a baby calf. And the church will be open for anybody that wants to look through. The same with the school will be open.
If you can donate some time to help preserve this precious part of our area's past, you can call Carolyn at 570-233-8214. You could also volunteer to bake or work at the upcoming festival on October 7th, and you're always welcome to attend the meetings that are held the first Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. at the Cunningham Municipal Building on Main Street in Cunningham.
This property, this church, this school belongs to the community. It doesn't belong to anybody other than the people that live here. So please come on out and give us a hand.
Reporting from Sybertsville for SSPTV News, I'm Lisa Sugart.